are back with Spectating Randoms. I know it's been a little bit, but I wanted to see how the casual experience is a Warzone, because this is a brand new game. Even though it is a Warzone 2.0, it's very unlike Warzone 1 almost at all, other than somebody is glued to their heartbeat sensor nonstop, even though they've added a battery. So we'll go ahead and kind of talk about the state of the game, kind of where it's at, how you guys are enjoying it. Let me know, because there's so many different changes. Some are great, some are not so great, at least in my opinion, but we'll get through all of that. One of the most things that is searched right now is how to get a nuke, right? Like, everyone wants to know, ooh, look at the snake in, still get gunned. You got to strafe in a gunfight, strafe in a gunfight. What I was saying is the most, look at the packet loss, he's skipping. This is very common. I know you guys have probably experienced it as well. The servers are chalked. I think there's so many people online that the more than they anticipated, because they had like 500,000 on Steam, which is the smallest platform. Then Battle.net, then PlayStation and Xbox. Like, it gets pretty crazy. Look at all the people timing out and leaving because bad connection. But one of the most things that's searched right now is how to get a nuke, even though 99.9999% of people will never get a nuke. They'll never come across one. It's just kind of one of those things that interests me, that they put in the game for super hardcore challenge, but more than likely no one will ever see it. So it actually switches to the other guy because the other one timed out. But while we wait for this guy to land, we do have a sponsor segment, which we'll do right now. Today's video is brought to you by Vessi, the 100% waterproof everyday sneaker. And since they are 100% waterproof, they will keep your feet dry even in the wettest of weather. On top of that, they're comfortable and stylish everyday sneakers, so you don't have to worry about whether it's raining or not. You can pretty much wear them all the time. Made from Diamond-Tex, a dual climate knit material, which will allow you to stay cool in the summer and warmer when it gets a little bit cold outside. Extremely lightweight, breathable. It doesn't even feel like these things should be waterproof, even though they are. And I've used these ones for about a month. They've only rained one day. Obviously, I live in Southern California, so we don't get a ton, but I'm really looking forward to using these way more often, especially with the rainy season coming up. If you'd like to get a pair for yourself, use code SOCKSJGOD at checkout, or you can use the link near the top of the description. Along with this promotion, the first 100 Vessis will get a free pair of socks. If you miss out on that first 100, don't worry. There's some great Black Friday sales going on right now. Don't miss out on getting your style and size before they're gone. Thank you to Vessi for sponsoring today's video. Welcome back. So more than likely this guy's on a regain. We did see something in the distance by the buy station, so he's going aggressively for it. Oh no, maybe they didn't regain. Maybe they jumped off a tower or something like that. They don't have any plates. They're running in here with just the pistol. The guy is trying to follow them. You can hear the footsteps of the guy inside. He's getting gunned. Oh, it's just a visual bug. My bad. We haven't done enough spectating to know that the guy actually does have plates, it just doesn't show it. So it'll be kind of awkward, because it's something they should definitely fix. You got a regular cast off 545. Not that great in multiplayer, but it's okay in this because it's so low recoil. It allows you to compete because its practical TTK is very much in line with its theoretical TTK. Even though it's slower, you're more likely to get it more often versus something like the TAC 56. If you struggle with it, even though it has fast TTK, you're not getting the theoretical TTK all that often. And that's going to bring us to loadouts, right? Like, one of the more common things that was really a driving factor in Warzone 1 was loadouts, because you could literally grab and make any loadout you want. And they even designed it with loadout drops so that you can get your loadouts. Now, I mean, you can't even look at the buy station from straight, like, you have to be straight on, which is, hopefully they fix that, because it should just work from all the different angles. But the loadouts, it's like the #1 search thing, even though like 99% of the time, players are not getting, look at the snaking. Look at that little bit of snake. We've seen that in 2 gunfights here. He was able to gun him. Another guy, you're getting, another guy's right around the corner. And you get gunned. No way. That's what you get for taunting, bro. You got to clear your area. It just threw us to a different guy. All right, now we're on Pandy, which I assume has plates on because, you know, it's just a visual glitch. We were seeing that is the majority of the gunfight. People don't know how to strafe, but they know how to spam their crouch spam, which isn't normally a controller thing. You don't spam that because you might dive or something weird. So it's kind of awkward to see that, right? I know that's control, like a keyboard and mouse thing, because they can do that and it won't dive unless they're doing a prone action. They can set different keybinds. So it is interesting to see that, even though people do crouch spam in console and controller, but you just don't see it quite as often as a strafe to maximize the aim assist, because crouching up and down doesn't really maximize your aim assist. So that might have been a keyboard and mouse player. Who knows? We didn't see enough gameplay from them. So he's got a shotgun and a cast off 7.62, which is a very good gun. A little bit probably too much recoil with the floor loot one, but if you keep your engagements to about 70-ish meters, you're probably fine. And that's how you can play aggressive in this game, is like get close the distance so that no matter what gun you're using, you're getting closer to that theoretical time to kill. So he's just looting around. Probably wants to hit a buy station at some point. Doesn't really have enough money. But the main things you need are plates and ammunition. As long as you got those in a basic weapon like they have, you're usually in an okay spot. He has something for close, which isn't super forgiving, because you're not going to get a one-shot kill with the shotgun. Probably run to the safe contract, open those 3. You're going to get a ton of money. And then if you want to grab a loadout weapon, you're more than welcome to go that route. Or you can exploit the XP if you're trying to level up a gun. If you guys are struggling, free-to-play players, level up your gun. Just do those contracts, take all that money at the buy station, buy your gun for 5,000, and then just spam buy plates. You get so much XP for just buying plates, and the XP is universal. It levels up your character, it levels up your weapon or your operator, and then it allows you to just level up super quick. So if you're struggling, find a dead area of the map, go that route, and that's a little bit of a side when it comes to that. So it's coming up here maybe to get a vantage point. There's really nothing up here. I haven't seen too many disconnects other than the beginning. People are getting timed out or whatever. Peeking around. Kind of odd. Kind of odd to me. So I would have got this contract. I would have hurried and done it. There's got to be a little bit more pace to it. Somebody, is that a real person? That's probably a real person. Maybe they're going to bait the contract? I didn't get a good look at it, so I don't know if there's AI, but the AI wouldn't be there unless there was a stronghold, so that doesn't make sense to me. You got to look at the heli. What's going on here? Okay. All right. Yeah, I would have done the contract so you at least have some money to get 3-plate satchel. Because 2 plates, the TTK is fast with 3, let alone 2, right? And that's one thing that a lot of people talked about. Personally, I think there's a balance between having a too fast TTK like it is now. But I hope somebody's doing a recon on the right. Or the new version, which is the Intel mission. But yeah, it looks like they're doing it on that side. The guy just runs out in the open. Yeah, the shotgun doesn't really have enough range where I would run around with the shotgun and feel comfortable. If I was going into a building, I would hold the shotgun out. But everything else, you're going to be beyond the 8-ish, 12-ish, 8-ish meters, really, that you're going to be effective. So, and one thing that a lot of people talked about is the movement. Obviously, we were talking about the going up and down where people are like crouch spamming, almost snaking in the gunfight. But also, slide canceling is gone, so you can't really exploit that movement. But then that just leads people to break and find other movements. You leave the game as is, people just keep doing those basic things. You fix that, people find other things to break it. And a lot of things that's going around now, which I don't think anyone will actually use practically, especially on controller, it's just not ergonomic, is that new G-Walk. A lot of people have been making up about. I think it looks stupid. I don't think it's necessarily functional. It can make your footsteps quieter, but the amount of work involved, you couldn't do it manually with the controller, and the vast majority of people are on controller, so you're just not going to be able to do it. Keyboard and mouse, you could probably do it a little bit easier. People are talking about doing macros. That's just basically cheating at that point. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Basically, I think people are calling it like the G-Walk because it's like you look like a gorilla. So instead of saying the gorilla walk, ooh, another heartbeat. Check the area. We can't see the screen, so this is buggy. It's amazing that they've shipped the game in this state. I know when I did my review of the game before it launched, I talked about like they need to postpone this, and I feel validated, 100% validated. Like if you think the game is perfect and polished, like for a brand new release, I don't know. The amount of crashes, lag, issues related to buffering, all that stuff, pretty bad. I mean, the gameplay loop is there. And when it does function, it plays well, but it's interesting. Okay, why did it change perspective? Weird. It's just some of the design's decisions make it a little bit awkward. Like the no one-shot headshot sniper Like for me, I'm not a fan of using snipers, and I'm not necessarily a fan of getting one-shot headshot. So that's a huge. Oops, somebody's sniping up top now. They're gonna hit you. Maybe. It sounded like it was on top of the building. I don't even know what the person's awareness. Maybe they're playing through a TV and they don't actually hear, but it felt like the guy was shooting from above. And you're standing still, looting very slowly, looking through his bag. Oh, how do I pick this up? I'm confused. I want this gun. The looting, I think, is whatever. I think once you get used to it, it's pretty smooth. I already have like almost 30 hours in DMZ, so I'm very comfortable with bag looting, swapping items, swapping around my inventory. And it's clear from playing DMZ for a good amount of hours that the game is 100% designed around DMZ. Okay, cool. We got the loadouts all in the middle, the way they normally do. I'm really glad they fixed the zones for the most part. Before, in the beginning, they were all ending on this top section. And it's been nice to see that they've been trying to rotate around the map. Might have got a little bit bad RNG on this zone, but in general, they did an update recently where it kind of modified that. Proximity chat's been cool. Too bad we can't really hear proximity chat through through listening. But it's nice that they did proximity chat. That adds another layer of understanding, like, you know, being able to create some cool things where maybe you talk trash or party up in that unhinged mode or whatever it's called. There's a lot of different dynamics with it, and I think a lot of creators have had fun making content with it. For me, it is what it is. Like, it's... All right. What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing? I know the sun's bright, but damn. You're out in the open. And you're being hunted with a 2 threat. Dude's just like, hello, come find me. I'm surprised they didn't just fire their weapon. There's a buy station. There's a buy station. You don't really have money for anything except for plates. What are you going to buy? And it's kind of a little bit weird. He didn't buy anything. It's kind of weird because the buy stations, since they are randomized, they only have a UAV 1. It kind of changes things up a little bit where it's like, what the heck are they going to buy? Ooh, good chest. Nah, not much. RPK is probably better than what he has, though. Bigger mag. There's the sniper. Dude, that's what you get caught for. Hey, he wasn't really aggressive about getting 3 plates. That's why 3 plates are important, because you allow yourself to get 2-shot sniped, and we got the lobster that was able to find him. What annoying way to die, but that's what you get for playing like weird. Dude has 26,000. I would hope they have 3 plates and this is just bugged, right? You also got the bomb drone, which we didn't even touch on yet. But the bomb drone is completely broken. Even if you have your perks and you have the bomb stopper or whatever you want to call it, a EOD, explosive expert or whatever it's called. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But it's like, come on. So there he is, the LAB. This actually aims down sight pretty decent speed. And if they are 2-plated, then you get the 1-shot shot. But beyond that, you know, you get a little bit better mobility to get a follow-up shot, which is always nice. Because 2 shots, you're going to kill them, right? But 1 shot will not unless they're only walking around with 2 plates like we just saw. It's interesting. I'm really wondering where the direction the game's going to go, because what we're going to find out is how well the game is doing, right? Like, right now, they've given us a stat. They said in the first... like 5 days or first week or something, the game's already at 25 million players, and it took Warzone 1 2 weeks to get there, obviously during COVID or whatever. So the actual start of the game has been pretty good, but the number of players doesn't actually correlate to how good the game is, right? What we'll find out is on the 28th, when they make Warzone 1 back available, even though it'll only be Caldera, we'll see what happens. We won't, like, I'm not going to jump on Caldera. Like, I have zero interest in playing Caldera. But what we will find out is how well this game is doing based off the decisions they make. If they change almost nothing, that means it's working. Regardless if you like it or I like it or don't like it, either way, whatever it is working to create more casuals playing the game, or more players in general, which are going to be buying blueprints, which make the company money. It's a business model that works. But if they decide to make drastic changes, it won't be because of me, and it won't be because of content creators, because they don't really care. We don't make them money, right? But it will show that, you know what? Some of the design decisions are making the game a little bit less popular than Warzone 1, even Caldera, whatever. But that'll give them an indication, yeah, we need to make some tweaks to keep people engaged, because at the end of the day, they want more people playing the game, regardless of what the game looks like. It could be terrible graphics, it could be terrible movement, but if more people are playing it, that's all that matters, right? At the end of the day, it's a business. They have to make money, and they need to be successful year over year over year, and they're going to make whatever decisions necessary, regardless of opinions. It's going to be based off data driving that, right? Whether that's skill-based matchmaking or whatever other nonsense, that's how they're going to design their game. So this guy's on a fast-paced game. We've seen this in Warzone 1. The vast majority of players will not crack 3 to 5 kills. Maybe they have a good game, it can go a little bit higher, but in general, most people aren't getting high kill games. This is kind of like a normal game where people post up, hold the heartbeat sensor half the match, even though it was nerfed with the battery. That's just an illusion to keep people thinking that, oh, it's not as good. No, it's 100% better than it was in Warzone 1, because the battery life, one, lasts a long time. If you get restock, it recharges, so you have an infinite one. And most people are not able to get their perks, so almost nobody has Ghost. So you're good to go, right? It's kind of powerful in that sense. I haven't really done enough testing because we don't get private matches, but I would imagine the range is nerfed a little bit. The pulse is kind of like the nerf version. And we'll see kind of how this goes. There is somebody in a helicopter, probably playing, oh. What are they doing here? He's just taking off? Okay, so no, that was AI? Kind of a weird if that was AI, right? Like they must have done a contract in the area. Because I know there's not a lot of AI other than the strongholds, which right now there's really no strongholds in play. There's no buy stations in the zone. And even though they have added variety to the zones, we're still essentially ending up in this little area by the observatory. He's ready for the snipe. I don't know who's shooting him. And like, it's unfortunate that the zones were ending in the middle for so much of the map, because like I played probably like, I don't know, 14 hours of Warzone in the first 2 days, got my wins, and I felt like I only explored the same areas of the map over and over. Been playing DMZ, like I said, for like 30 hours, and I've literally been to every single POI, named or unnamed, in almost every inch of the map, and walked across every part of the map, drove, flew, and I've experienced missions on every part of the map, and I've had a lot of fun with it. But it's unfortunate that the average player playing Warzone just won't experience the map because of the way the zones function. Even with the change, I still don't think they got to adjust it more. So, like, we should get a top right zone or a bottom right zone, top left, bottom left, whatever. He's actually kind of in a good spot. If they could climb this, it would be kind of cool. Zone pulled. Ooh, to observatory. Who would have guessed that? I'm surprised. Like, so I guess it's not fully fixed. I've seen some gameplays. It seems more often you get a random zone. My first win was actually a random zone towards like over here. Wait, no, towards the top of the map, like towards Al Mazrah, like right around this bridge area. Oh wait, no, a little bit further to the right, but still way up there. And that was before they made the update. So this guy's going to be kind of screwed on the rotation. There are still 11 other players left. They're peeking the area. You either go far right the circle or you go far left. You really can't go up the hill directly. There are people fighting. This would have been a 50-50. I don't have enough experience on the map to know whether or not I would have gone right or left. There are people fighting on the right. I probably would have gone far left and then creeped up with the zone. You can see the one guy right here. He might be able to get a snipe on him. Missed. Does not have a gas mask. So $26,000, doesn't have basic fundamentals of gas mask, munitions, and now you can hold all that stuff in the backpack, right? Easy kill. I heard coughing still. I thought there was another person coughing. We're down to top 10 or top 9. The guy got his second kill shooting someone in the back. Got touched by the gas there. This zone's gonna be a little bit wonky, right? Because it's out in the open. We know that there's 2 cars up top. I don't think those are spawn vehicles. So there's probably 2 people up there. And then there's people probably to your right, like one person in that little vehicle on the side. Or not vehicle, but building. Oh, there's another vehicle up there. So that's like 3 or 4 people up there, and there's lots of buildings. So they're camping and not fighting. This guy actually has a decent spot here if he doesn't make his positioning known and nobody spots him from above, right? So you got a little bit of luck. Ideally, you'd be on the top coming down, but there's going to be a lot of fighting up top, which we just said. So there it is. Somebody put a little noisemaker. Interesting. Top 6. How many of you guys think this guy's gonna win? Personally, I don't think they're gonna win. But who knows? 26,000 could have bought a UAV, had it spare, and used it in the end. But they might catch people off guard. Where's this gonna pull? Up or down? Up or down or sideways? All right, sideways towards them. But the people on the top don't really have to move. They can stay on the high ground. They're fighting. You could go into the tunnel, but then you leave yourself exposed. You have 0 mobility, 0 cover. Gonna be a little tricky. Will they jump down? Probably not. You have to wait for the zone to collapse. They don't have a gas mask, so they're likely gonna lose. Oh, there's another guy. Nice. Leave that there, bro. It's a 1v1. It's a 1v1. No, good luck on this one, buddy. Good luck. You're gonna die to the gas. Good luck. Should have bought a gas mask with that 26,000. GG's, bro. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Spectating Randoms. If you'd like to see more, make sure you subscribe, like the video. See you on the next one. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.